It is day 87 of 365. And I've been speaking about the subject of death a lot lately, and I know it could make one feel uncomfortable. It could bring up a lot of feelings that one may not want to feel, or it's just a forbidden subject. And for me, the reason I am so in reality of this is because knowing that I am going to die and understanding that as I grow younger and younger each year, I am getting closer and closer to death. The day that I was born, I've begun to die. I began dying 41 years ago. And getting into reality with that has really opened up my life. It has expanded my life. I've begun pursuing all of the things that I want to do, really following my dreams and doing things that bring me fulfillment and joy. Because many years ago, and even recently, I have been operating like I have a millennia of time and that I would be here forever. And it's exactly what the Buddha says. The Buddha says the problem is that we think we have time. So the biggest reality check of my life, let's get to that. If you saw my video 3 days ago, I talked about the day that my mother died. And 7 years ago, she died 3 days ago. And did I just confuse you? Anyway, let's continue. I just confused myself. So on that video, I talked about what occurred the day that she died. And today was the day of her funeral. And after her funeral, we went back to my family's home. I forced myself to eat something. I drank some water because I think I was dehydrated from crying. And I needed to be alone, and there was a lot of family over. So I went up into the attic by myself, and I lay down on the floor. And I somehow fell asleep. I think my body just needed to shut down and recuperate a little. And that nap, unfortunately, lasted for 4 hours. And you know what happens when you nap for 4 hours? I woke up and I was like, what world am I in? And it felt like a nightmare. And also, it was like, wait a minute, that what I just saw a few hours before, the coffin, my mom, the cremation, wait a minute, this actually happened. And that was the worst moment of my life and the worst and biggest reality check of my life. And so I'm Hindu, my family's Hindu, so we had a lot of religious things that were going to occur every day, especially that night. A ton of family over, and I wanted to brush my teeth, so I couldn't find my stuff. I went down to the second floor, couldn't find my stuff, and I saw a lot of family there, and they saw that I was crying, so everybody just stayed quiet and just I felt the love and the kindness and the compassion, energy from them coming to me. And so then I went to the first floor. I walked down the stairs to go to my other sister's home to ask her for a toothbrush. And as I opened the door, I saw this woman. She was a family friend, and she was coming up at the same time. So we were facing each other. She saw that I was crying, and she started screaming at me, saying, you think you're crying now? You're gonna cry for the rest of your life. And I mean, I cannot even imitate her voice. That when my mom died 20 years ago, I still cry every day. That pain will never go away. And her voice was like someone was taking their nails and screeching a chalkboard. I mean, her voice was a very screechy voice anyway, and it was like, I mean, beyond heartbreaking. So what I did was I ran back upstairs into the attic, and I just laid on the floor and I was crying. And that was the worst moment of my life. And part of the reason why I'm making this video is a lot of people didn't know what to say. They don't know what to do, especially if it's a loved one and somebody you care about. And if you've been in my shoes, you know sort of what that feels like, is that what one can do in this scenario is to not do anything. Shut your mouth. Just be quiet and just be there. You don't have to say anything because there's nothing anyone can say. It's just letting that person know that you're there, and perhaps even say, hey, I am so uncomfortable right now because I don't know what to do, and I want to do something to help you. I want to be there. If you could think of anything at any hour, please let me know, because I want to show up for you and I want to support you. And just be next to them and let them know you're there, and that's it. Not like scream and yell. I had so many people yell at me for me to stop crying, and it wasn't family. It was like far family friends that I guess got uncomfortable because I was stirring up feelings inside of them that they didn't want to feel. I don't know. But that is what someone can do, is just let somebody know that you're there and you want to be there for them, and for them to let you know what they need or if they need anything. And that's it. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share. Today was that day, and I just reflect and I see like how far I've come, and I have recovered and I did feel better. At that time I thought I never would. So time does heal, and I've used my mom's death to do so much with my life, and to serve so much more, and to be, I'm way more kinder and more compassionate because of her death, because of what I've experienced, and really give that to so many more people all around. So I've just become such a much better human being from this experience. Anyway, that is what I wanted to share with you. Thank you for listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.